Um, okay, so you guys um, were in that battle, and then defeated the orcs, and you, excuse me, set up camp, and then you just do whatever you need to do with your healing surge, not healing surges, regain your hit points, do whatever, heal. Um, and when you wake up in the
Nice.
when you wake up in the morning, Temper is gone. She must have snuck out during the night. You don't know where. Um,
Oh,
she did leave a note.
Hey, sorry, who snuck out during the night?
Temper.
You're cutting out again like last time, I'm afraid.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm hearing it this time too, actually. Last time it was fine, but I don't know.
Hmm. Maybe here. Let me
I
try
wonder.
this.
We lost the Pink Minotaur, boys.
No.
He's probably just getting some firewood.
Alright, one of us, at least one of us, is going to have to get a lot beefier.
what?
As we don't have a lot of people who are willing to just stand up in the front line and trade blows.
Well, I've got thick armor. I could get into the middle of combat.
Yeah, it'd be a bit tricky.
So she leaves a note that basically lets you know that she didn't get captured or anything. Nothing bad happened. Don't listen. Don't look for her. Whatever.
Seems awfully suspicious. I feel as though we should suspend everything and find Temper.
Yeah. It's in
It's
her
not every
handwriting.
day you see a pink minotaur.
Yeah.
It's the only one in the world!
Okay. So you guys wake up the next morning, and the path ahead of you is clear, and you're ready to move. So do what you need to do in the morning, and you guys can move on.
Continue.
Oh, maybe it would. Do you guys all have Skype? Maybe we could use Skype instead. I don't know if you guys want to.
Skype just broke for me, actually.
Am I still cutting out?
A little bit.
Not just you, Philippe. I can't really hear you that well either.
Oh, just a sec.
Hold on, I'm gonna try refreshing.
I'm gonna reinstall Skype just in case.
Okay, so you guys eat breakfast, pack stuff, do what you need to do, and go ahead and move on. So
I would like to try something.
sure.
Can I use my disguise kit to make myself green,
Okay.
and then use minor illusion to look a bit like an orc,
Okay.
and every time to refresh because it's a cantrip, and how do you say it? Predilegitation.
Prestidigitation. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that
To
thing.
make myself smelly.
Just in the
Or,
morning when you wake up, you're gonna do this.
well,
Okay, so give me a disguise roll.
no, I can. Yeah, I can do just one thing. Well, just minor illusion. I can use it for 1 minute.
Okay. So you guys notice that your companion tries to make himself look orky, and smell orky apparently. So
It doesn't take a concentration, so it just sticks on me.
Okay.
Minor illusion is 1 minute rotation, and prestidigitation is 1 hour.
Okay. So you're looking like an orc. You're looking orc-like.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your plan, team?
Um,
I say we continue. I say we continue up these mountains. I mean, is there a way that? What's the terrain like from up on the top of this cliff going forward?
The terrain looks more like what you're seeing in here. So it's just kind of rough and rocky. There's a lot of cliffs. It's not, so the season is, you guys are coming up on spring here. You're kind of in the middle of spring, and so it's not extremely cold, but it's very windy, and it's definitely chilly, especially at night.
So, but there is a solid path forward, right?
There is a solid path forward, yeah. Good. The one that goes to the north of this little map. Yes, there is. So, John, why don't you, or Sora, why doesn't Sora give me a roll for
Yeah, what would you like?
survival or tracking or something like that? Something to scout.
Survival, yeah, that exists.
Okay.
I think that works.
Okay. That'll let you see the map before everybody else.
13. Okay.
No, I can definitely see the map too.
Okay. I guess I can't split you up. All right.
Oh, metagame, don't worry.
So, John, you come up to this pass up ahead as the party follows you, and this looks to be, there's a large kind of a path that goes in the middle, and then there's like a sheer cliff down there, which leads to, there's a bunch of bones down on the bottom of this kind of pit, and so there's this little walkway that's made out of stone that you guys would have to walk past.
Okay.
Could you cast light on one of my arrows?
Okay, well, if you don't want the wizard.
Sorry, what?
Oh, okay.
And there's a big cave right there. And if you notice, the cave isn't actually accessible by walking to it. You'd have to climb on the sides.
You mean this?
So this ridge is all climbable. It's a sheer cliff, but you can kind of find footholds and handholds and stuff like that.
Right. And so, kind of, this is the edge of the path. So on either side of that purple line is like a drop into this pit of bones down here. And you can see this is the area where it, here and up here is where it goes back into that kind of dip.
Well, I just scrolled down. Yeah, that's
Okay,
a lot
gotcha.
of bones.
Okay.
It's really creepy, man.
yeah.
Are there any fresh bodies?
There are definitely some that look more fresh than others. And they're in various states of like, you can tell that some of the bones are older than others just by the amount of bleached bone, color.
I try to determine whether or not these are bodies, whether these are, whether these bones were picked clean by actual carnivores, or whether they're just bodies that were left to rot.
All right, knowledge, nature, or survival check.
Or what?
A knowledge, nature, or a survival check to determine that.
Wow,
Wow.
that doesn't seem fair.
Wow.
All right, I get that it's a
Fails
quick
all
fail. I
around.
just want to try rolling this again.
Yeah, so you know.
How are 3 out of 4 rolls critical fails?
Maybe you're Game is broken.
Those aren't bones. Those are rocks.
They're bone-shaped rocks. No, so you're not too sure, one way or the other. Okay, so Sora,
I
you
just looked that up. That's a 1 in 8,000 chance. Never mind.
All right, so set your guys up. I have Bethany kind of peering over the edge, and Sora's up ahead scouting.
How far away from the ridge or path is this cave?
So yeah, you can
And
measure
is
it
it-
like
is it-
that. Yeah,
Alright. Can I see inside of it?
you cannot. It's very dark.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
You can't. It's very dark.
Ichabod, would you mind casting light on one of my arrows? I think I said this already. Or,
I will do so.
Okay.
alright.
How
I will-
close do you have to
Looking
be?
at the ranger confused.
What?
How close do you have to be to him to cast light?
Oh, I'll just walk right up to him.
Okay. All right.
I heard him run there.
Alright, I'll move up and fire it into the pit.
Into the pit. Oh,
Or,
into the
not
cave.
pit, cave.
Okay. All right. You fire it in. Go ahead and make a. It's going to be pretty hard for you to miss. So AC 5. Go ahead, make an attack roll. Okay. Yeah. So it goes in the pit, and I think now's a good time to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I'm hoping that I just got all of my horrible rolls out of the way.
Okay.
Woohoo!
No, I did not.
Sorry, Gaffney and Ichabod. I moved the order, so you guys are gonna have to put yourselves back in.
Put ourselves back in.
Yeah, I accidentally.
Can I keep my 21?
You can, yeah, sure. Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Like, do I need to re-roll? Is what you're saying, or?
Yeah, and I'll just manually adjust your initiative to whatever it was initially. Hang on one second. Let me just. Okay, so inside this cave, you see two kind of bird-like women. Essentially, they look like they are very old and kind of crinkly, and they've got very hateful eyes. And they, as soon as they see your arrow kind of fly into their cave, they both look out and onto the ridge and make these squawking screeches and take wing. So let's see. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
oh,
Okay.
company.
Is this something that people commonly see in the world, or is this like an oddity?
It doesn't seem so. heard, or Bethany heard from the
The singing beasts that lure people to their deaths.
yeah. So you've heard like myths of beasts that can do that, especially if you've got any background in like sailing or something like that.
I only fight. I'm a person with a bow, trained to fight other people with bows. It's a little outside my comfort zone.
I might have better have it in a bucket bass. It's unlikely I've heard of them.
Okay.
Regardless, if
Or rather, Ichabod
I'm
would
pretty
have.
sure,
Okay, Gaffney, it's your
I'm
turn
pretty sure
first.
that if I can stick arrows into it, I can kill it eventually.
Yeah.
What?
So
Okay, so what is this? What is this thing?
this. Oh, okay. Yeah. Good question. All right. So that is this. There's also a giant. Notice a giant vulture that kind of flies down and perches on the cliff face right there. And this vulture is. You think it's the reason why most of these bones are picked clean in the bone pit down below you. And it kind of looks at you guys. It looks like it has some sort of mild intelligence in its eyes.
Oh,
So would it be possible to determine whether it's going to be hostile to us? Or?
Yeah, maybe like a knowledge nature check. You could figure that out.
Boy.
Seems hungry, so
Okay. It looks perfectly friendly to me.
Yeah, you're like, it's probably just maybe. So you think that it's probably just waiting to see what happens at the end of this battle and going down and get some food.
Okay. All right, it's shooty time. All right, going for this one here.
Okay.
Firebolt, and actually, I'm gonna use Tides of Chaos on it for
Okay.
advantage.
Okay.
So I got. Let me. Why? Okay, so 22, 2 fire damage.
Okay. You said you're firing at this one over here?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You hit it, and it seems like it is. Some of its feathers are singed, otherwise unaffected. Sora.
okay. Seems like it's a lot of these things are throwing people off the bridge, so we've already started combat, so I'm going to run over this edge.
Mm-hmm.
And Firebolt should be able to reach from there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Let me go and pull it up.
Same one.
Spellbook. Oh, it's on first level. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
9 and 1.
No, not going to hit, unfortunately.
Okay.
Alright.
I guess we'll take what? 2 steps this way. You done?
All right. Isidro?
okay, so I will use bardic inspiration to add Ichabod D4, I think. Just a sec. D6 for attack roll or saving throw, and I will try to shoot. I will shoot my crossbow on this guy.
Okay. You're going to have to move up to at least there or so you can see past the edge of the mountain.
At least here.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Just a sec. Um, yeah, it's okay. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay, AC. All right. No, no hit. All right. So you've heard legends about these women with the wings of birds and how they sing beautiful songs. And you're reminded of that as they take flight and move towards you in the air.
Are their boobs exposed?
Incredibly, incredibly so.
All right.
But they're not the kind you want.
I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. The far one starts to sing her luring song. Okay. The harpy sings a magical melody. Every humanoid within 300 feet of the harpy that can hear the song must succeed on a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw. So I need
what?
Every humanoid must succeed at a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw, or something bad happens to you. So go ahead. All 5 of you need to make Wisdom saving throws.
Ah!
Uh-oh.
So far, so good.
Uh-oh. Woo!
Oh. Uh-oh. John. Uh-oh. Okay. John, you remember Sora is really enthralled by this harpy, just really taken by it. And
Oh, this music's amazing.
yeah, so you're like getting ready to cast another spell, and then you just kind of put your hands down and just kind of look up at it, and Bethany and Isidro kind of look over at you, and your eyes are just like glazed over, and you are charmed. So, okay, the other one takes another move and moves right up next to Bethany. Ichabod, your turn.
If I try to shoot it from here, will I hit somebody?
The one that's up close to Bethany. No, you won't. He'll get cover since he's in up close to somebody, so he'll have +2
All right,
AC.
I'll just
But
move then.
you won't hurt Bethany.
I'll just move over here real quick then.
Okay.
I'm not comfortable hitting it with my mace, so I'm gonna shoot it, feeling inspired by our bard. And I'm gonna roll a d6 in addition to that.
You might not want. You only got a 6 on that. You might not want to spend it.
Oh, I can save it?
Yeah, you have 10 minutes. Oh, just.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Next is, so you attack with so it's a 6, or what's your end attack roll with all your modifiers and everything?
That is my attack roll with all my modifiers.
Okay, no hit then. Sorry,
Oh,
I thought you had the
hurts.
bard adding. Whatever.
That hurts a little bit.
I didn't know that I could save it. I thought I had to consume it immediately.
Oh, okay. So you saved it. That's
Yeah, I'm gonna save it.
all right. Fine. Bethany, it's your turn.
All right, I draw both short. I draw my short swords and attack. I
Okay.
don't actually have macros for these, so just hold on a second.
I think
That's
I
fine.
think there's something wrong with your Mac. I think there's something wrong with it because like you only have like a bonus of 1. And I mean, unless you're not proficient with the crossbow, you should have at least 3.
Either way, does an 8 hit though?
8 does not hit.
I'll attack.
Yeah, I get you. It's kind of weird.
I'll strike with my first short short sword. 19.
A 19 does hit.
A light
Yes.
crossbow is a dexterity-based weapon, correct?
Yes.
That's right.
In fact, I have a -1 to it then.
Oh boy.
Oops.
Oh boy.
Okay, yeah, roll for damage there, Bethany.
I try and aim for its stomach as I lunge forward.
Okay. Score a
And,
palpable blow.
and I will strike again with this with my second short sword.
Okay.
Getting the same exact. Something is very weird about these rolls of mine.
Okay, that's a hit. All right. Just a glancing blow. Okay. Giant vulture. Caw. It flies down. Oh man, these things are fast. One. Okay. Makes a double move. Gaffney, your turn. Can you guys still hear me?
Giant vulture. What the hell? All right. Is there any indication? Like, is this how's this harpy looking?
The harpy is wounded, but not significantly so.
Man, you totally cut out.
Sorry. Harpy is wounded, but not significantly so. Let me refresh.
Do you guys have the D1 for Wyatt?
Yeah.
What?
Because
I can turn it off.
I turned the video off for him, and I think it got a lot better.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll try that. How do I shut off?
Yeah. How do you do that?
In settings.
Under settings, you can choose what you share and what is shared with you.
Yeah. You can put voice
Okay,
on
that'll
it.
work.
I'll just do.
Alright.
Alright, so
I'll help it and just do voice only.
okay.
See if that helps. Okay. Is that better?
Only one way to find out.
That's
Yeah.
true. Okay. All right.
For
So
now.
yeah, the harpy is wounded, but only mildly. So what's your plan? Gaffney.
Good God. All right. Okay, I'm on a move. Let's see. Okay. I want to move here, and then I'm going to cast Mage Armor
Okay.
and Wild Magic.
No. Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Do you always do it?
Okay.
How doomed are we?
You're not supposed to cast. You're not supposed to roll on the wild magic table every time, are you?
I used Tides of Chaos last round, so normally if I still had Tides of Chaos up, I'd be rolling a 20-sided
16, right?
if it came up a 1. then it would go on the wild magic.
A 60 is you regain your lowest level expended spell slot.
Okay, which would be a level 1.
That's not bad, though.
That's pretty sweet.
It's better than no expended spell slots.
Okay. And that would be my turn.
Okay. All right.
And so now I'm up. Okay. So I'm charmed currently. What is? I know what charms do, but what does this charm specifically do other than the normal charm stuff?
Okay, this charm specifically, while charmed by the harpy, the target is incapacitated and ignores the sounds of other harpies. If the charmed target is more than 5 feet away from the harpy, which you are, the target can take the dash action on his turn to move towards the harpy by the most direct route. If it doesn't avoid opportunity attacks, but before moving into damaging terrain, such as a lava or a pit, or whenever it takes damage, you can repeat your saving throw. So,
but I can purposefully avoid danger, right? Like, let's say cliff faces.
So you dash towards the harpy, and when it looks like you're gonna take damage from falling into a pit, just picking an example out of the air, you make another saving throw at the same DC, Wisdom 11.
I'm freaking out right now because I'm at the edge of pit. I'll be doing that.
Okay, yeah. So roll your saving throw. Okay, well done.
Much better. Good. Okay. And now that I realize this, I have a lot of extra movement, and I'm going to be backing away.
Okay. All right.
Towards the other side of the face.
So you didn't die, which is good. That would have been tough.
That would have sucked just a little bit.
Okay. Next, we got Isidro.
So just to be sure, this one is hanging. Just a sec. So this is just a ridge, and beneath this harpy is hole.
Yeah, so she's just flying in midair, and underneath her is just a hole. Exactly, you got it.
How deep is it?
It's about you think probably 40 feet, 30 to 40 feet.
40, okay. I will try to use sleep.
Oh, okay.
On her.
I like where your head's at.
Damn.
So.
Oh, damn.
What?
Okay, so does she get a save against it, or is it just goes south?
No.
I just have to roll the 5 d8s, and that's with the effect 24. So if she's the first creature from the center of the spell, so if this
okay, so she has
his
less
HP, she has fallen to sleep.
Gotcha. Okay. Unfortunately, she has more hit points than 24. So she's not affected, but I like where your head's at. That would have been awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Now I can only use the second bardic inspiration and give it to Daphne.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, who's next? Let's see. Harpy time. Okay. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Okay. Gaffney and Bethany are going to get 1 attack of opportunity each.
What? Okay.
Okay, miss.
Who else?
Bethany, did you make your attack of opportunity?
Sorry, I didn't even hear you say that I got one.
I think it dropped out.
Oh, okay. So you hit and make 1 damage roll.
I strike at it as it tries to flee, piercing its, I don't know, thigh.
Okay. Well done. All right. She flaps away a little bit and starts to sing a song. So I need wisdom saving throws from everybody again. John.
You know, but that song is just, it's too pretty. You know, I gotta go back.
Is that charming? Charm.
It is, yeah. So
I have advantage on charms.
great. So you
Yeah,
you
it is.
pass.
I don't.
I'm going to Tides of Chaos it so I can get advantage on it.
Okay. Well
Oh.
done.
Oh my god, waste of a
Completely
20.
unnecessary.
So
Refreshing me.
John and Ichabod both seem to be entranced by the harpy song. Uh-oh. Kutani is next.
The sad part is it's my dubstep in a good way.
Okay, Ichabod, why don't you give me a... So you make a little dash towards the pit. So why don't you give me another saving throw to keep yourself from going off.
I'm going to activate Bardic Inspiration with this just to be safe.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because I didn't expect to even fail to that, but apparently I did. So I'm not taking another chance. So this
Oh, okay. Well
plus the
You don't
D8 that's
have-
not going to matter.
Yeah, you did well.
Plus the
Unfortunately.
D6 that's not going to matter.
Okay. Bethany, it's your turn. Oh, sorry, Ichabod, you get a move too.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to move back
Okay.
for a
My turn?
Yep.
Alright. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I should roll away from this vulture. Yeah, I will. I'll try to get away from it.
Okay.
Does it not try to hit me or anything?
So you okay, yeah, it's gonna go ahead and take an attack.
Frack! I shouldn't have said anything.
I thought maybe you guys had some kind of tumble move. All right. Yeah, Vulture. Here he goes.
Whoa!
Okay.
What was that?
Wow, there's a critical miss with one attack and a critical miss with his other claw.
Critical hit.
Yeah.
That was almost max damage on the second one too.
Yeah, that's what I used to call ghetto crits. So So you also take 12 plus 5 plus 2 more. So 12 plus 7, 19 damage. So you try to, as you tumble away, the vulture puts its claw kind of near your groin, and as you tumble away, the claw rips down deeper than you had any intention of happening. So it's a pretty heavy wound there you take.
So I guess nothing happens from the critical fumble. All right, I will.
No, I don't.
I will aim and fire at the weakened harpy.
Good, sure.
Oh,
All right, you miss.
Would there be any way to know if if she's maintaining concentration on that music, and like if hitting her will cause her to lose that?
Yeah. So that is a great song or a great question. I'll give you if you have like a knowledge check or something, maybe you can figure this out. So nature, knowledge, nature, I think probably.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
you're not sure,
I have no idea.
but you do notice that it doesn't. They continue to sing
There's
while the person's charmed. So if they stop singing for any reason, then the charm would be broken.
uh,
Oh, I see. All right.
if I
I'm not.
oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I tried to ask if I try to scream or somehow interfere with their singing, so they others don't understand it. Will it be helpful?
So that's a good question, and I know that bards in previous editions of D&D had a counter song ability for something like this.
Uh, I don't have something like that,
Okay.
but
I love.
Okay. So the big vulture flaps over, and actually, it'll just keep it going for the wounded party member. One, two, three, four, six. Flies over here, attacks Bethany again. All right.
Bless me.
Okay, AC 10
Bird.
and AC 13. Do either of those hit you, Bethany?
sorry, they do not.
Okay. All right. Gaffney, your turn.
No, don't be sorry.
No, I mean sorry. I meant sorry as in my mic was off. Never mind.
Okay. Well, I will cast Wish Float at this one here.
Okay.
Oh God, somebody's doing some serious typing.
Okay, go ahead.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does indeed hit the harpy. Yes.
Okay. All right. And then here is. Okay, so I burned Tides of Chaos.
Okay.
So, okay. Oh, I think 32 is a bad one.
I think they're all good.
Oh boy.
Says you are transported to the astral plane until the end of your next turn.
Do you cast the witch bolt first, or yeah, probably.
Excuse me?
For some reason it picked up like the line and the other. Transport to astral plane until the end of my next turn, after which time you return to the space you previously occupied. The nearest unoccupied space.
Okay, great. So you
So
hit
I
it.
mean, I think it would.
I think the spell casts and then you disappear.
Oh, you think I would disappear before it landed?
Well, you definitely get the spell off, and then I don't know, and then you disappear. So the spell
Okay.
goes off, hits the harpy, the crackling baleful witch fire or whatever it is, witch bolt, and then you blink out of existence for a moment. So, bye-bye. Okay,
Oh, hello.
Sora.
I'm gonna take the dash action.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
6.
let's go ahead and see what happens. Am I scared away by heights again?
You are. So you can try again with your saving throw.
Hmm.
Oh
Oh.
Oh,
no!
I'm not scared away by heights.
Oh
Oh, so
no!
did the witch bolt not jar her? Well, she not
Um.
jarred.
It didn't seem to stop her from saying.
Now, I have a question here. I think I may have a way out of this
Okay,
if I
I'd
do
love
jump
to
off the
hear
cliff.
it.
But do I have to jump off the cliff?
Yes, you do, but I'd love to hear what this way out is.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah, you do have to jump.
Okay, I'm gonna take a very large leap as far as I can and try to aim toward the harpy. Um, let me see a ruler here. Hold on, 1 second.
He wants to catch
What
it.
is
And
what is the 60? I need to get to her. I need to grab onto her. I'm a devoted fan, and I think that's a great idea.
I'll allow it.
Oh
So-
god.
Okay,
So
hang
can I
on,
try
hang
to
on.
grab onto this harpy?
Yeah, but you need to give me at the very least, an athletics check to jump.
Okay.
What's
Wait. Okay, athletics. Okay.
25 feet. So you need to jump 25 feet. I don't know
Oh.
quite what that check is.
Okay. Let's see. This is only a first plan. I have a second one. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay.
So
So you
does that mean I just don't grab onto her?
No, you fall, you plummet down 40 feet. So
Okay.
So what's your other way out? I can't wait to hear this one.
Okay, so the other thing I'm gonna try to do is try to drink my climbing potion and grapple to the side of the other cliff.
Okay, well, so you're charmed, so you can't. You're basically incapacitated, except for just moving towards her.
Well, I mean, I can't really move. I'm falling now.
Right. True. Okay, so unfortunately you're just gonna take the damage.
Okay.
Oops,
Okay.
hang on. So it's 40 feet, so it's 4d6, which is
Oh.
not quite as bad as I thought. Oh, you
Oh.
lucked out, son. Nice.
Oh, thank God.
So Sora just like barrels over the cliff. Well, okay, here's what happens. Sora runs towards the cliff, and she goes to jump towards the object of her affection, and just trips and falls off the cliff, and then lands into like a pillowy area of bones, and
Oh, thank you.
it's just down there in the pit, dazed. So we're gonna put you just down there.
Did I do -9? I'm at. Okay, well, you know what? That wasn't so bad.
Okay.
I'm at 1 health.
Cedro, your turn.
Okay, who is the most wounded?
Probably
I'm
your
pretty sure
ranger.
no one could be more wounded than me.
Okay. This is good. I will try to move up here. Here.
Okay.
And try to heal.
All right, go ahead.
That thing. Damn. Well, 4.
Okay.
And move back here so that we have flanking.
Oh boy. Okay, yeah. So you heal him and then move back. So flanking doesn't quite work the way in 5th edition like it did in forest, unfortunately. But it's still nice to have him surrounded. Okay. Harpy. So this one continues to sing. And this one flies over here and attacks Isidro.
Oh yeah, I just took damage. Can I do that again?
Yeah, it's a hit.
Let's see. Okay, hang on. Let me figure this out. So it was 2 attacks. One hits AC 15, one hits AC 16. Did both of those work?
Both.
Okay. So he takes 7 plus 5, so you take 12 damage total.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. The other harpy. Let me check to see if you take damage, if you get to roll again. Oh yeah. Also, okay. So a creature also gets to repeat the saving throw at the end of each of his turns. So John, you would have gotten another saving throw.
Aim.
I'm sorry. What was that? Take another save. Is that what I heard?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what you heard.
And better. No, wait,
No,
hold on.
It's not better.
Not better.
It's not better.
The same, in fact.
Okay.
So will I be climbing up this mountain then, try to get to her?
Yeah, mate. I think the only action she can make you take is a dash, so you'll just be moving.
I'll just dash in circles. Okay, that's
Yeah.
better than falling.
Yeah. Ichabod, your turn.
I'm just looking up the thing for it since I didn't get. Okay. I am going to attempt to heal Bethany, since apparently it's a thing.
You are stunned that it worked, but you're gonna go
And-
for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know how to do this. Do I need to roll to succeed, or do I just do the healing?
Yeah, it's not that he's special, it's just that you're special in this regard.
Wait, who's special?
Do you want? Wait. What did you say? You just rolled the healing.
Okay, I'm just looking at my modifiers really fast.
So, Sora's a little bit special. She just took a bump to the head, from the fall.
Okay, I believe
Is that
that's
dynamite?
Wow.
Oh, no, that's a flower.
Oh, that is much better.
Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, you feel the healing magic flow through your fingers,
I know it usually doesn't work, but when it works,
and his wounds her wounds start to close up, and you're pretty pleased with yourself. Bethany, your turn.
Alright, my turn. I'd probably... what do you guys think? Should I try to get away from this thing again? Wait, does it still have its It doesn't have its reaction still, does it?
Yeah, it would, because it had another turn.
Oh yeah, it does. Frack. This is the harpy that's wounded, right?
Correct.
There's so little that we can do here, or I can do at least. I will use a bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on this big vulture.
Good. Strong start.
also I screwed up. You actually got healed for 11.
That's not a screw up, man. And then I will attack with my short sword.
Okay.
Right. I'm
Both
just
of them?
using my longbow macro. Just subtract 2 from this roll.
Fine.
Never mind, doesn't matter. And that's all I can do. Actually, I will move up around next to Isidro, and that'll be it for me.
Okay. Giant vulture. All right. Cedro looks pretty wounded. I don't know, but he still likes Bethany. All right, here we go. Bethany's gonna try to claw you. Okay. And
And both attacks miss.
well, they would, but a vulture has advantage on an attack roll against a creature with at least one of the vulture's allies within 5 feet of the creature. So he gets to reroll them both.
Could you type that out?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That the 11, the second attack hits me.
The
Right.
17. It's a 17 and a 15. What's your AC?
Never mind, both attacks hit me.
Okay. So you take 17 damage total.
I'm dead.
Or
What,
incapacitated.
dead?
No.
Incapacitated. Right.
Unconscious. Okay. All right. Gaffney, you... Is this the turn that you blink back?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. At the end of my turn, I'll blink like where the flower is.
Okay. Sora, you just
Hi.
run around. Make another saving throw.
Wee. Okay, another saving throw?
Yep.
Okay, let's see if I finally get out of this. Let's see. What we got? 4? 4?
Yay!
Give
He's
me-
done it.
Okay,
All right, you snap out of it.
done. And I that's my turn, right?
Yes.
Okay, done.
Isidro.
Well, this is nice. I'll try to shoot the harpy that's still singing.
Okay, so keep in mind that if you try to use the ranged attack when you have an enemy next to you, it's a disadvantage.
What? If?
If you have an enemy threatening you in close combat and you try to use a ranged attack on somebody, then you have a disadvantage to the ranged attack.
Oh, yeah. Then I will just pull up my rapier and take the first harpy.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Hit. 5 damage. Okay, noted. Harpy's turn.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
and I will use the last inspiration to give to Ikabat.
Okay.
He's near me.
Yeah, I can hear you. What does that do? Oh wait, just your bardic.
Okay. This harpy comes over here and attacks Gaffney. Probably 2 hits, right? What's your AC, Gaffney?
Let's see. 14.
Okay, yeah, so you take 9 damage. And this one will,
I take 9, right?
yeah. And you also take an additional 2 from the other one, so 9, 10, 11 damage total. Ichabod.
After seeing the vulture hit Bethany pretty bad, I'm going to grab my mace, rush towards it, feeling inspired,
Okay.
and I'm going to shout, "You leave her alone!" as I swing my mace down on her.
Oh, it's a mighty blow as well.
plus the bardic inspiration for because I totally need that +1. Thank you though.
Is that +1 to hit or +1 to damage? Okay. Bethany, give me a saving throw.
Yay!
One success. Vulture turns around after being clobbered in the back with a mace and attacks Ichabod. 18, does that hit you? I think that does, right?
Yeah, that hits me square on.
Okay,
Does it have to meet it or beat it?
meet. So you take 10 damage from the
Okay.
beak and claws of this vulture.
I start bleeding.
Okay. Gaffney, you're back in this plane of existence and you have 2 harpies all up in your business.
Okay. All right. Well, these harpies done made me mad. Okay. Yeah.
The one to the north is the wounded one.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna use. I'm gonna burn tides of chaos to shocking grasp the one to the north.
Okay.
Okay. Hang on. Let's see.
You have bardic inspiration.
Yeah,
in you.
that's what I'm burning. Okay. So 14.
That hits.
Okay. Damage is 3, and her reaction is reaction is burnt.
Okay. All right, cool. So you shock the harpy and it kind of loses its concentration.
Woo!
Sora, your turn. So you're basically right underneath the harpy.
What I am?
Sora is.
Wait, oh, okay. I'm under. Can I see her then? I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
since you can kind of look up over
Okay.
that
I'm just gonna.
edge.
I'm just gonna. I'm mad at her. She made me fall off a cliff.
She did. This is
I
true.
was thinking it wasn't even that good.
This is all true.
And I mean, I'm pissed. I'm gonna blow inspiration to shoot this.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna get rid of my inspiration. And I'm
Don't
gonna.
say that until after you see the roll.
Hey! Whoa! Wait. Can I choose?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
that's good.
choose to use your bardic inspiration after you see your own roll, but
Oh
before.
no, not bardic. I don't have bardic inspiration. I don't think I do. Do I?
Oh, wait.
Then what inspiration are you talking about?
The regular inspiration.
Yes. Go ahead.
Never mind that.
Okay, yeah. Because she's angry, inspiration. Yay!
All right. Hit.
Yay!
Hey, damage.
Okay, so you fire this screaming bolt of flame up into the underside of this harpy, and it just burns her undercarriage there, and she falls to the ground and lands in kind of a smoking heap next to your feet.
That's right, it did. Okay, so I'm 40 feet down. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a way to climb up that I can see?
There's not like any stairs or anything, but all this stone around you is climbable stone.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to climb this stone and stuff. So
Okay.
just to get back up there. So, what would you like, an athletics check or?
Athletics, yeah. 15.
Okay.
Is your
Okay, I'm just
difficulty.
gonna use my full movement to try to climb this stone.
Okay.
Hopefully. Athletics. What do I have in that? I think it's 0. Good.
So if only you had like a potion or something that you bought from somebody.
Hey, who needs potions?
Okay, so you climb
Your
up.
potions.
You can climb up half your movement. So you're up there 15 feet up now.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave myself there.
Okay.
Plus 15 feet.
Yeah. So we'll put you like right here.
Okay. Gotcha. I guess that'll be a turn.
Okay. Isidro.
Continuing to attacking with my rapier.
All right.
Oh, crit.
Oh wow. Okay. 15 damage, huh?
Yep.
Okay. She did not like that. But she's still alive. You gonna use your move, or are you just gonna chill?
What?
Are you gonna move, or is that your turn?
Well, I won't move. I can afford it
Okay.
for reactions.
All right. This harpy. Let's see. It didn't like that, so it's gonna attack Isidro. AC 17. Does that hit you?
Yeah, 4
All right,
damage.
4 damage. And I'm imagining 10 doesn't hit.
And I'm down.
Ugh. All right, Ichabod, you got your work cut out for you.
Yep. Let's try another melee attack.
That actually hits.
Pity.
Okay, the vulture is bleeding heavily and squawking like a son of a bitch. As you hit him, you feel all his little wimpy little hollow bird bones just start to break. Bethany, give me a death saving throw. All right, 1 and 1. Giant vulture decides he's had enough and tries to take off. So you'll get a attack of opportunity there. If you'd like to take it, Ichabod.
Gladly.
Oh yeah.
All right, you hit again. Still survives, and it takes to the sky. Kind of, I don't know if limping is the right term, but is definitely wounded and it tries to fly away. So
Keyword tries.
yeah, let's see. These things are pretty quick. Okay.
Oops. How did my health get that low?
Okay, Gaffney.
Oh, so is it too high for me to get a blah blah
A
attack
shot.
of opportunity? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It just flies
Attack
straight up and
opportunity.
then goes. So Ichabod's the only one that can. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I am going to. All right. I'm gonna move here. And time to bring the thunder.
Okay. Bring it.
And why can't I? All right. So it's a 15-foot cube. Damn it! I can't touch my thing. Okay. All right. So I place it like that, like so.
Like so. Okay. Noted.
Yeah. And here is Thunder Wave.
Boom. Boom.
And that should be a
Okay. So
12.
I make a
12
saving
save.
throw. Is that right?
Yeah, that's the. Let's see. It's a con save. Just for my saving throw is 12.
Okay. So I got a 17 plus
12
1, so
damage.
18. And I take half damage though.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
I rolled 15 damage, so half of that.
Oh, okay.
And then, okay, wild magic.
What does that do?
Awesome. I am frightened by the nearest creature until the end of my next turn.
I can see why.
Fantastic.
Sora, your turn.
Wait,
So my
that
dead
includes
body.
species?
That
Uh, I think that'd be the harpy in this situation.
Okay.
It
Is it?
would be
It's
Bethany.
only the vulture. Well, I'm not worried about the vulture. I'm gonna climb some more, I guess. First,
Okay,
would you require another athletics?
I would. This
Okay.
one's a little bit higher stakes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Uh,
4.
So I'm gonna make you make
this.
another athletics check, and just to stay where you are.
Okay.
Otherwise, you
Okay.
fall.
So, yeah. So, like, she reached up and her grips like a rock crumbled
Slips.
away
Yeah,
from her
exactly,
hand.
exactly, like in the movies.
Okay. Oh, another athletics check, you mean, or?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What do we got? Well, we got 13. Okay.
13's good. Okay, so you don't make any progress, but you also don't fall down and take more damage.
Well, thank God. um, I don't think there's anything else I can really do. Does that burn only my movement?
Yeah, it would. Only your movement.
Okay. I guess I'll take the dash action to try and carefully climb up, maybe at like half speed. Does that
Okay.
help me?
I don't think so. I think it's either I'm not even sure you can take a dash action as a climb, but I'll say you can. So go ahead. Just be another normal climb.
Okay, let's here we go.
I mean, it's
Will
still
I ever
heroic
make it
growth,
up
right?
above 10? I'm happy. I hope.
Hey.
Nope. It's 15 to climb to make progress.
Okay,
10.
but not as bad of a failure as the 4, right?
Right. So you just stay there.
Oh,
You're like clinging
okay.
to this.
I'm okay with that.
Your little dragon claws. Your knuckles are all white. Okay.
Gotta take a quick break.
All right. Isidro, little death saving throw. All right. You're at 0 and 1. Harpy. I guess probably attack Gaffney. Oh no! 5 damage, and that's it. Okay. You still up?
That would put me to 0, but since
But
I'm
you're
an
an
orc,
orc.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm at 1.
Okay. Ichabod?
I'm going to rush forward and actually, no, I'm just gonna shoot it.
Okay.
Yay!
Do you have advantage, or is it just a 4?
I don't think it matters.
because I have low dexterity. So I rolled a 1 minus 1.
Oh, I see.
That's
I was
Bethany, same throw?
I am going to take the opportunity to move up to Bethany after I shoot, though.
Okay. Sora, you do have you do have that potion, right? The climbing potion?
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay.
Should probably,
I'm
see,
saying.
I've already committed to this without the potion.
Well, I can't see why. Okay.
I mean, I assumed this wasn't going to be the climbing portion of it. I think that's just a special thing for me right now, and I'm just going to hold out for it because there's more mountain, I'm sure.
Yeah, somewhere in the world. So Bethany, you're 2 and 1. Vulture escapes with his vulture life and goes on to raise more vulture children. Gaffney, your turn.
Even if I tried to shoot it, it would have gotten away.
okay. All right, so I'm frightened, so that means I have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, and I can't willingly move closer to the source.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that I can't cast Thunderwave again, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Let's try this then.
Cocoon.
noises.
I don't know why it's coming up as 0. Why is the save coming up as 0?
You have to input it manually, I think.
Oh, okay. No, I figured it out. All right. So the harpy takes 2.
I think you round up.
All right, that'd be 3.
Okay. She's still alive. She's very injured though. Sora, your turn.
Climbing.
Yep.
God damn it!
No, you don't
matter
climb
to me.
anything. You don't climb shit. All right, roll again to see if you fall.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Nope. Okay. You want to do
Oh
it again
my
for your
God.
dash?
I wish I had some rope.
Well, we all should have rope, I think.
I don't.
Why would we need rope? On a mountain? Okay. You gonna make another check, or are you just gonna stay in
Well,
there?
I've never climbed a mountain before.
It's
How
true.
should I know?
Wait, who's making another check? Oh, is it? Can I do that again?
For your dash, yeah, if you'd like.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let me do that. Not sucky, please.
Okay.
Oh my God.
See if you fall. See if you fall.
Sucky.
At this point,
God damn
wow.
Yay!
All right. Philippe is 1 and 1.
I'm really good at hanging on there, you know. uh,
So the harpy tries to also escape with its life. Gaffney, get your attack of opportunity.
Boom!
Oh!
Oh wait.
So as it turns to fly away, Gaffney whips her banner stick around and just clubs the harpy in the back of the head, and you just feel the skull yield as the harpy pitches forward off the cliff and dies. Okay, good job,
Yay.
team.
Yay.
Okay, but you're not out of the woods yet. Ichabod, it's your turn.
If I can, I'm going to cast Spare the Dying on Bethany.
Okay.
I don't have a thing for it, but it will destabilize her.
Okay. She is stabilized. Bethany, you're at 1 hit point.
I bolt upright, gasping for air. And then I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. All right, you're healed. Vulture is gone.
I don't suppose you could remove the red X from my from my body.
I can do that for you, yeah. Here you go. Gaffney, it's your turn again.
Okay. I'm going to move over to the edge and reach my hand toward Sora.
Your good hand or your bad hand?
What?
I don't know. I just.
I reached my hand toward Sora,
Uh huh.
you know, to give her a hand up.
Okay. So she moved up 15 feet and she started down.
Okay, can I
40
see that
feet.
she has rope on her backpack or anything like that, by any chance?
Gaffney, do you have rope in your backpack by any chance?
I actually do have rope on my back.
Use the rope!
So what? Okay, so Sora is like 15 feet below.
No, she's let's see, 40 minus 15, so she's 25 feet down.
25 feet. Good God.
Oh, no worries. Each length of rope is 50 feet.
I've been climbing for about 18 seconds.
All right, I'll use my rope.
Getting nowhere
Most of that
fast.
was slipping on the mountainside, just trying to stay
Yeah.
on. The second you grab a rock, it falls under you.
I got to the intermediate difficulty of the rock climbing area.
Yeah. Sora's basically just like.
Now you're getting to
can't
the part
stop.
where it starts to curve inward.
Yeah, she just keeps looking down for whatever reason, even though that's the only thing you're not supposed to do. Okay, so you get the rope,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
I guess
And
I think that makes your DC like only 10 to climb. I think rope is just 10.
Oh. Okay. Should I make that now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let me get my athletics out again. There we go. I'm glad I didn't take a negative in athletics.
Yeah. Okay, so you start climbing up. You make it another 15 feet up. You're 10 feet from the top, and you can use your dash now too as well if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll go again.
This would be
Okay.
hilarious if this is where you fall.
Yeah, better now than never, right? Yay!
All right, so you make it up to the peak,
The
and
quotient of climbing.
Gaffney
shows the
helps
weight of your
you.
body.
Helps you get up there.
well, as he reaches the top, I want to like I want to say, let me see the lizard boobs.
So there are no nipples.
There's no
Wait.
nipple.
Damn it.
The mystery's been solved, boys. So basically, they're pointless.
Oh, you fall back down into the pit, and terrible joke.
I pull him up, but I'm in shock.
Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
I use my extensive knowledge of forestry, survival skills, and nature to explain that lizards do not breastfeed.
Isidro,
Well, why
you still
did they
have to
have
give me
teeth
a death saving
It
throw.
will forever
That
be
you
a
can-
mystery.
You can thank wizards for that. I mean, why do men have nipples, right?
All right. Isidro is still on death's doorstep. Ichabod, help him.
Spare the dying.
Okay. You stabilize, and you have one hit
Not
point.
today.
You
Okay.
live today.
All right. The healer does his job, and we'll let you out of the turn order. Okay, so those of you with perception above
I'm saved.
12,
Yes, you have been saved.
Oh, I'm alive.
those with perception above 12 notice that there's some piles of refuse and stuff in that cave that you didn't notice before. But now your adrenaline has finally left your system. You can kind of see the lit up arrow in there, and you see this stuff in this cave. Looks like stuff that the harpies have been hiding in there or kept in there for whatever reason.
So, did the vulture go into the cave, or did he just fly out?
Just flew away.
Oh, that pussy.
It's gonna come
Push it
back
out,
one day
Well,
with their children.
He didn't fly back into the cave?
did not fly back into the
All
cave.
20 of them, hungry for your flesh.
I say we hang back or get back to the previous campground, sleep another 8 hours, and then come back and try and explore this cave.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Let's just sleep in the cave. What could go wrong?
We'd be high up.
As long as there's no
Anything's
climbing
going wrong,
involved.
really.
There is definitely
Is there climbing
involved.
involved?
Absolutely. A lot of it, in fact.
I still have my piton arrows, so getting into this cave shouldn't be too much of a problem.
The cave where the harpies were?
Yeah.
Is this
Still, I
harpy's
think
body still on the trail here?
No,
Or
they're
did-
like down. They fell down into the bone pit.
Oh no.
So you guys realize this is probably the devil's knife. The area. Actually, can you guys see the names of these little pages that when they pop up
Pages.
up at the top? No, I guess not. So this is you think this is the landmark that the guard was talking about from the city you were in when he was talking about the devil's knife. That's what this area is called.
you just keep what's this area called?
The devil's knife. That's this little pass through this spot.
Sorry, you keep cutting out. I can't. Could you repeat one more time?
Yeah.
That's a landmark.
The
They'll-
devil's knife.
they
Cool.
Oh, okay.
So okay, so the harpies are 40 feet down. Their bodies.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do?
Can I get can I get a peek, John? Can I have one of your spikes, hot eater?
Not if you keep calling me that.
You said that you ate farts.
True, but only when I have to, and never from you. That said, fine. I hand her an arrow.
Oh, I don't want an arrow. I just want this. And so it's got a spiky thing on it. The piton.
Yeah.
All right.
It
Okay.
does have a rope attached to it as well.
Okay. All right.
So do I have So we're gonna sleep in this cave. Is there any safe way in?
So this cave is essentially just it's accessible. You'd have to climb to it. It's accessible to the harpies because they could fly into it. So yeah, you'd have to climb kind of in along that wall and get into it from this direction.
All right, I'll fire a piton arrow in at the edge of the cave mouth, around there, I guess.
Okay. So the
Should I
idea
roll?
of that climbing device is that you like drive it into stone or something so that you can hook a rope onto it. So I think you'd have to, yeah, you would be very hesitant to put all your weight on a piton that hasn't been driven into stone with like a hammer or something.
Sorry, what? You said something about not wanting to put all of my
Firing an
weight
arrow
into the
into the rock is different from hammering a python into it.
right. So
So this is what those look like. So it wouldn't be so a grappling hook that could like hook onto a rock inside there or something would be potentially useful in this situation, but I don't think a piton on an arrow would help you here.
Don't
I
you,
well, I
did
have
you buy
grappling
one?
hooks too.
I think you have a grappling hook as well.
I've got 2 grappling hooks on me as well.
Okay, so that's what you're going to want to use. All right, so yeah, go ahead and you can find some kind of. I'll just say that with the help of the grappling hooks, you can give the whole party advantage on their climb checks to get into here.
All right, then I'll throw my grappling hook over into the cave mouth.
Okay. You get it to hook on some kind of little rocky outcropping that's after it takes you a couple tries, but you eventually manage to get the grappling hook to hook onto some rocks over there, and it seems pretty solid. You're pretty confident that it'll hold you. So you guys, if you guys use that grappling hook rope, you can all get advantage on your climb checks to get over there.
Yes, please. Sora's gonna wait for the first person to go because she's worried.
Yeah, and if
I'm half dead.
All right, who's the first brave soul to enter?
Well, I climbed down.
Yeah,
I'm busy
I'm kind of
retrieving
sleepy.
harpy bodies.
Okay. All right, so Bethany, you make it over there. You take your time and get over.
I shimmy over.
Yep.
And shout back. Stop being such pansies.
Yes, thank God. Yes.
Okay.
Will I be too heavy for that?
Sora also
I ask
makes it over. You think that Ichabod thinks that if you have 2 people on either side of that rope helping you out, they'll be able to counteract the weight from your armor.
I'm still going to quickly look up the bonuses, or rather negatives from that, so I'm not going to go right away.
Okay.
Right, well, how about this? This time I'll shoot shoot a piton arrow over, but I'll tell them to just hammer it into the other side so he has a much more stable rope guide to climb along.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so you
That changed the
One of you guys
penalties
has
for
a
it.
hammer
Cool.
on you, right?
yeah, does anyone have a hammer? That's a good question.
Let me check my character sheet.
Anyone have what?
A hammer.
You could probably just use a rock. There's plenty of them around.
I have a mace.
Yeah,
Can I use
works
that?
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bludgeoning object, yeah. By the way, from now on, Wyatt, she'll be using the I keep forgetting to tell you that I'll be using the wand of fire burning thing along with this spells, whatever. But
Okay.
yeah, that's just what happens from now on.
Okay. Noted.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and make your check there, Ichabod. You've got help from the 2 ropes.
What the heck? No.
Sweet. I just gotta find the save for it. Climbing? Where are you climbing?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Athletics. Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Okay. So luckily with the help of both the ropes, you're able to make it across. Okay.
Thank you.
Who wanted to go down and grab
Gaffney wanted to go down.
touch harpy bodies?
Yeah, I mean, just the one. But also, I want to take a look at the bones, see if there's any cool bones like that I could turn into a headdress.
Okay. So Gaffney, give me 2 climb checks, and then one of them will be to get down to the bones, and the other one will be to get back up to the cave with everybody else.
All right, athletics.
Yeah.
What I get?
Uh-oh.
Right there. Oh, well, that's not gonna do it.
No, it's not. Um. Yeah, that's not good. Okay. How many hit points do you have?
1.
That's not very many at all. Okay, so even with the advantage, you still, uh, yeah, so you fall.
What? So what? The rope doesn't help.
It does. I mean, the rope.
Oh.
Initially, it was a DC 15 check with no modifiers, and then with the ropes and everything, it went down to DC 10 with advantage, and you still failed that. So,
Oh.
okay.
Pray to your dragon lady.
Okay, so you get about halfway down, and then you fall the rest of the way. So you take 8 damage.
Okay. I'm snoozing.
All right. So Gaffney's down on the bottom, taking a dirt nap.
God damn it. So I have grappling hook and a rope. Can I just hook it here to slowly
Hook it onto
climb
the ledge.
down?
Yeah.
Yeah, to slowly climb down.
Yeah, so it's going to be the same thing. It'll be DC 10 with advantage.
There's a rope already there.
Oh,
Yeah.
so then I'll use that. Okay. Athletics, you say.
Okay.
I think I heard a crack.
Okay, so Philippe makes it, or Isidro makes it down onto the bone pit and is ministering to Gaffney's wounds.
Yeah.
Gaffney, give me a death saving throw.
Yay!
All right, Philippe, you get to. What are you gonna do to help her out?
Use medicine.
Okay, go ahead. Give me a roll. All right,
Yay!
you're stabilized
Yay!
for whatever reason. Okay, so he kind of like splints your leg that was hurt when you fell, and you kind of
Everything will be fine.
he slaps your face a little bit, and you kind of
Oh.
snap out of it. Okay.
Does he happen to splint his leg with other bones that are just lying around?
Yes, that's exactly what he does. Okay. So Gaffney, you're back up. So what are you guys gonna do? You're gonna search the. What's your plan down there in the bone pit?
I kind of want to take a nap because we are all hurting pretty badly.
Okay. So.
Maybe I should have napped before I climbed down.
Okay, so Bethany's gonna go into the cave and kind of look around and try to make a nice spot to sleep. Is that the plan?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
If we're up
Bethany,
here, things won't be able to get us.
you're gonna get
Well-
to. In that case, I want you to roll me a D100.
Oh boy. Well, do I find a decent skull and manage the harpy corpse?
Oh, you find all kinds of good things in there.
Can we show some search or some investigation to find something valuable of value?
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead, Bethany. When you're in there, you can.
Investigation, I think.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Wait, are you guys just searching in the pile of bones in the pit?
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, that's fairly good place to look. The harpies and vultures, last thing I knew, didn't need supplies.
Okay, so you guys find a lot of bones, but really it seems like these whatever creatures these belong to, they've been stripped of any sort of valuables or anything that they may have had. Bethany, why don't you give me an investigation check?
I'm just looking for a decent skull.
You find some awesome skulls.
All right.
Okay, I will help her to find some whatever
Okay.
she needs.
Tim, can you still hear me?
Let's pick up bones.
Yeah. What's up?
Go ahead. Since you're in there searching around, give me an investigation check.
Just 1 second.
Would you like me to make one too?
Yeah. Anybody who's up there, go ahead. All right, that finds whatever you need. Okay, I want Tim to roll a D100 for me.
Not good. Or
Maybe not. Maybe not. Randomized. This is for randomized tables usually.
Okay.
Could be a cursed object for all we know, though.
Now, I'm gonna let Ichabod. I'm gonna let you roll again as well.
I didn't hear you.
Roll a D100. Okay. I'm gonna let you guys. You guys don't know what those numbers mean, but I'm gonna let you pick which one you want to use.
Oh,
I don't like the sound of that. Alright, on a 1. Can you roll just anything?
Okay.
Low numbers aren't necessarily bad, remember.
oh, he's fucking with us.
Let's go with Ichabod.
Okay, Ichabod.
Can we go with Ichabod's roll?
Yep. All right. So you guys find. All right, Ichabod. I want you to roll me 2d6. Okay, good. All right. So you guys look around and you find kind of these little treasures and things that the harpies have grabbed from their victims. And amongst those treasures, you find 6 gems that are worth about 50 gold each.
Nice.
You say 50 gold?
50 each. Yeah.
Gems worth 50 gold.
Nice.
So whatever 6 times 5 was that 300? So yeah, 300 gold worth of gems.
Because there's 6 of them.
Yeah. Math checks out.
Alright, so let's should we just split the profits now?
What did we get last time? 33 silver?
Yeah.
Something silly like that. Don't spend it all in one place, boys.
33 each, or 33?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 300 gold split between 5 people is 60 gold. That's 60 gold and 30. What's 33 silver divided amongst 5 people?
6 point something.
Oh, it wasn't 33 apiece?
No. Okay. Anyway, Isidro and Gaffney, how are you guys gonna get? Are you guys gonna try to get back up to the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Can we take time to slowly climb up? So we
Yeah.
have-
I mean, it's gonna be
But-
still gonna be DC 10 with advantage.
Okay, I will try. Just
All right. You make it up.
Yay! Yay!
And Gaffney.
yeah.
Okay. You guys hang out in the cave. Are you gonna,
How deep does it go?
not very deep. It's only maybe 30 to 40 feet deep. It's not a
I
lot.
checked the ceiling.
Ceiling. Go ahead and make an investigation roll.
Will do. Load faster. There we go.
Okay. Ceiling is just basically naturally hewn stone. It looks like it's not trapped or anything silly. Just nice moist stone. Okay. Okay. Are you guys gonna rest there or
Drumstick.
somewhere else?
Yeah, I'd like to take a short rest.
Okay. Okay.
Did the harpies poop in here, or did they like go out and poop?
It looks like they looks like they went out and pooped.
So basically, so this place is clean enough to sleep in.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Or can you guys hear me?
Yes, I
So
can
this
hear
place
you.
is clean enough to sleep in?
Oh,
Alright, I will. Before we all take a rest, I will draw back all the ropes so that nothing is
You
dangling
have
out of the cave or anything.
from me. You also have one extra 1d6.
Roll it.
well, I went to full off of just the.
I can use it, I guess. I don't really know how these hit dice work.
It's the you roll with the hit dice, and then you add your con modifier to that. I didn't know you added the con modifier.
You do.
Yay.
Now, roll the d6. No, there you go. Wait, no, that's not it.
I says I have a D8 as my hit dice. So
Can we use the average roll? Can we use the average of the hit die instead of actually rolling instead?
You may.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Alright, I will regain 8 hit points then.
Good stuff.
Oh, I also have 1d6.
Okay. So you guys are healed now. What's your plan?
Cooking the harpy.
Okay. You cooked a harpy. It is kind of okay to eat, but not great. Tastes like chicken and pork.
Where's the downside there?
But not good chicken and pork. Like, I can't think of an analogy.
Hold on, what?
Ichabod is content to eat rations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rations.
Have I already consumed the days that I bought for the last town? I think I bought 3 days worth. That's why.
Okay.
So I think this is my last day on that.
I
Okay.
will season it lightly with let's see, like a little bit of cardamom.
Okay. You are successful in your seasoning.
Yes.
Sora secretly reseasons it.
You are unsuccessful in re-seasoning it.
Damn it.
Cooking fail.
Okay, so where are you guys headed next? You all healed up? Are you gonna stay overnight here, or are you gonna move on after a short rest?
Or maybe for the best to stay for the night because
It's a good spot.
Okay, if that's the case, then we'll give you everything back.
Okay.
If we are going to stay the night, though, so I guess Sora would make her preparations as far as getting all the grappling hooks back up over
Yep.
to us and that kind of thing.
Okay, go ahead. All right, so you grab your stuff. You guys sleep through the night. Everybody gets to regain their hit points back that they would, and then you wake up the next morning feeling refreshed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so let's see about not screwing up getting out of this cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys could do something similar to last time. Go around this way instead, and it would be the same. DC 10 with advantage.
Right, I throw the grappling hook over and make the climb.
Okay.
Attempt to make
Sounds
the climb.
All right, you're over.
Yay!
Gaffney gets over.
I climb over so hard that the mountain gives me an extra jewel.
Yeah.
Sora gets over. Who's gonna flub it?
Where is it?
Isidro, give me your check. All right, you're over. And Ichabod manages to get over as well. Okay. Nice work, team.
Excellent.
All right.
You are free to
Free to go.
and kill some more guys.
Implying we're not going to get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, not dying is preferable.
Okay, so
Nothing
right.
can stop us. We're awesome.
You guys are really awesome, though. Okay,
Ichabod actually does say this.
you guys, you guys continue on. You finally come. As you come along, you peer up, and you see the ancient monastery perched along the edge of the mountain peak. The day is overcast, and the sun attempts to peek through the cloud cover at several points. You smell crisp, clean air with a slight hint of cooked meat. Your mouth begins to water. The winding path of switchbacks leads up to the main entrance. Heavy oak double door that has large iron door knockers. You start to wonder how the hell anybody moved all this immensely heavy building material up to this altitude. Okay.
And not get attacked by harpies.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I want to keep one of the harpy claws.
Okay. Put that in your inventory then.
Harpy claw.
You weird
What?
creature, you.
I got a harpy claw.
I take the urn out of my bag.
Okay.
Okay, so can we reach this monastery from here, like fairly easily?
Yeah, you just walk up the switch.
You walk right up?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay,
These
walk right up it
little
is.
things. Going
Good.
upstairs.
Okay. So you see this. You come up to the heavy oak double door that has the large iron knockers.
Okay, so I go up and knock on the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watch out for the traps.
After knocking, you hear a massive deadbolt being unengaged, and the door opens inward to reveal a simple room, immaculately clean. On the walls hang many tapestries. The man who opens the door is smaller than average and is heavily scarred in his right eye. He wears roomy pants that allow movement, and you recognize his outfit from Ammon's simple clothes. There's also a woman dressed in similar clothing with curly red hair and sharp green eyes.
Interesting.
So the man looks at you guys and sees you and says, "Hello, travelers. How can I help you?"
We bring bad news.
He says,
News of one of your former monks.
I
The Amon.
lift the urn as he says this.
he says, which one of us? Which one?
The Amon.
It was brother Almond, and Gaffney looks over at Isidro, and then looks back and winks knowingly. Brother Almond.
So the man says, "Oh no, Amon is dead. This is terrible news." He says, "Please, come in. Stay here while we consult the Grandmaster. My name is Kyoki, by the way."
Who has the urn?
I do.
Now might be a good time to hand it over.
I have been holding it, like gesturing with it. So
Okay, so he says, "Here, just put the urn next to." This is Yagi, and he points to the woman. He's like, "This is Yagi. So just stay here with the urn, and she'll stay here with you guys. She's taken a temporary vow of silence, so please excuse her if she doesn't answer any of your words." So he.
Wait, did they let us in, or are we still?
Yeah, you're
sitting
in this like
Oh, okay.
kind of sitting room.
For a second there, I thought you were about to say, just put the urn next to the others.
No. Okay, so the monk who let you in disappears for a moment in the back passages, and after several minutes he comes back and he says, "The Grand Master would like to speak to you. Just follow me."
What, everybody?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay, so you guys walk with him. You follow the monk through the inner cloister of the monastery to the Grand Master's court. In the court, you see a room filled with suits of armor, as well as every weapon that is commonly used by monks hanging from the walls. The quality of the arms and armor here is exquisite. The Grand Master of the Order sits alone on the far side of the room. He is deep in meditation and opens his eyes as you approach. You realize that he has a very small stature, but his wiry frame betrays a certain tenacious quality. He looks to be human in his 80s or older. I'll show you a picture of him. Okay, there he is.
Is that Iroh?
Maybe.
Pretty sure. Dude, stop metagaming.
I know his true name.
That's Grandmaster Kujong.
Okay, Grandmaster Kujang. Okay, got it.
Man, you guys are digging into deep into my shit. Okay, anyway.
Bring in the feels, man, the feels.
I wish I understood what was happening.
Okay, so
watch Avatar.
okay, so the Grandmaster looks at you and he says, "Greetings. You come with bad news, judging from your energy. What do you have to tell me?"
We did.
One of your brothers has fallen.
We admittedly did not know him that well, but he died fighting in our company, so we thought it appropriate to bring his remains to home.
He says, "Oh, that's terrible. It is always sad when the thread of a young life is cut short. Doubly so for the family left behind. I consider all those who reside here to be brothers, and we all share equally in this loss. Thank you for delivering this news and his remains. Please stay here this evening and join us for the interment ceremony in the morning. Feel free to roam the grounds. Hashida Nagata will be your guide. Evening meals served at 9 p.m.
Sorry, join for what? Yeah. Well,
Here, I'll just do this. Okay. And as he says that, this A large, well-muscled and tattooed human male of what seems to be northern descent meets you at the entrance to the Grand Master's court and motions for you to follow him. As soon as you're outside the Grand Master's court, he speaks. And he says, hello, travelers. I'm Hashidan Nagata. What are your names?
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Ishidro.
Sora?
Bethany Mark.
Gaffney's like Isidro with the air quote Isidro.
We got
Yeah,
it.
not the man.
He says, it's good to meet you, even under these terrible circumstances. It's always good to meet Ammon's friends from the outside. Your bond must have been great to brave the perils of Asher's Peak, and I'm sure you all have a story to tell. I will do my best to be your guide, and I know Ammon would have wanted it this way. Some areas of the monastery are off limits for outsiders, but I'll show you what I can. We don't often get visitors here, but the most interesting places for someone such as yourself would likely be the training grounds, the Hall of Heroes, or perhaps the fungi farms.
I too regret the circumstances, but I appreciate this opportunity.
You can tell that we can certainly see why you wouldn't get many visitors up here. We very nearly died along the journey. Lots of harpies.
Yes, there's a lot of this area is always kind of a focal point for deadly creatures to live in these mountains.
Funny place to build a monastery, then.
We're powerful as a
It's the
monastery
solitude.
because of the remoteness of this. Yeah, and the solitude, exactly. He says, would you like to visit any of those places that I mentioned?
I would like to go to one of the places where the monks sleep.
That's really bad idea.
He says you'll be escorted to your guest quarters later on this evening when it's time for dinner, and you'll have that opportunity.
I wouldn't mind visiting the Hall of Heroes myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
he nods.
That sounds interesting.
And he brings you guys into the. So you're shown into a room deep into the monastery.
As we're walking, can I ask him about his order?
Absolutely. So he says, let me bring that up. Okay. He says, so he says, the Mystic Summit Monastery is, we're well known for practicing the way of the open hand, which is one of the three broad techniques that are taught to monks. And we're also the first and the foremost in the land have developed a powerful style called the 18 forms. Currently, we have never interfered historically with the affairs of others, and what we focus on is a perfect union between mind, body, and chi. And we also preserve our way of life and oral traditions. And so, as he's telling you this, as he brings you deep into the monastery to the Hall of Heroes, and you're shown into a room deep into the monastery. No natural light enters this room, and it is entirely lit by flickering candles. The room is heavily incensed with what you think is desert sage, and it holds hundreds of ceramic urns of various design, all arranged on tables or shelves, which seem to be in complete disarray. A sister of the order sits cross-legged on the room. And Nagata kind of whispers in a very low voice, "This is the Hall of Heroes. This is where we keep the remains of our past brothers and sisters. Often some of us will come here to contemplate the lives and contributions of those who have come before us." He says, a millennia ago, soon after the War of Unification, the brothers here in the Mystic Summit, were convinced by powerful wizards to help slay a dragon who was making roost in the Coldwind Mountains. Legend has it that Grandmaster Quishin struck the beast with a quivering palm so powerful the dragon's heart stopped immediately. This attack was incorporated into the 18 forms and is known as Dragon Palm. It's the last thing that the monks of Mystic Summit learn when they complete their training. So he says, "Feel."
Yeah, these guys are able to punch dragons to death. How did Ammon's kid die so easily?
He says Ammon was just beginning his training. It takes years and years of intense training and suffering before one can reach that height of martial ability.
I mean no disrespect, but if you don't mind me asking, do you know why Ammon had left the monastery? What he was doing abroad?
He says, I have a pretty good idea. Ammon and I shared several words. I was actually his trainer. Um, he says, I'll show you. He says, I'll show you the training grounds, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Um, so he brings you guys to an area outside, and you passed it on your way up to the monastery. Actually, there's multiple human-shaped dummies made out of straw and wood, set on an uneven ground. The area is unsheltered, and the wind cuts your skin. Nagata seems unfazed despite being bare-chested. Nagata speaks loudly in order to raise his voice up from the wind. He says, "These are our training grounds. Training on a typical day occurs in the morning and the afternoon. I currently lead the brothers and sisters in this training where we teach the way of 18 forms. I have not yet mastered the techniques, but few do. On the training grounds, the philosophy of rigorous self-improvement is displayed very clearly. Ammon was a beginner, but still showed great promise." Um, I haven't even showed you guys Nagata yet, have I? He's pretty cool. Okay, so
Uh-oh.
he's badass looking.
And he's pretty swole.
Yeah, he's totally swole, bro. Okay.
Math.
He says, unless he says, I can bring you to your quarters now, or we can go to the fungi farm. It's up to you.
I don't suppose you'd mind showing us the training grounds as well.
Oh, that's where you
Do you
are
have
right
any-
now.
Do you have
Oh,
any
right.
training sessions planned for today still?
No, training finishes in the afternoon. It's getting late now, so typically this is parts reserved for meditation and preparing the evening meal.
I ask him, what? You said that there are some areas of the temple forbidden for outsiders.
That's true.
You know, what goes down what goes down in these sections? Or are you not even allowed to tell me that?
Well, the inner sanctum holds much of the treasure that's held in this monastery. It also has a teleportation circle, which allows us to, in times of need, get supplies from outside. It's incredibly ancient, and it was gifted to us after we helped destroy that dragon that the wizards needed our help for.
That would have made things so much easier.
It's only activated twice a year, except in extenuating circumstances.
I guess we wouldn't have been able to kill those orcs if we had come up the easy way.
This is also true. Sometimes doing things the easy way is not as useful as the hard way. You don't learn as much.
It's still a shame they had to die.
I don't mean to try and judge your own sense of morality or anything like that, but they definitely would have killed us and eaten us if we given them a chance. I say we did this whole region a service by putting them down.
So,
I put it that way.
Well said.
Nagata says it's getting late. I'm going to go ahead and bring you to your rooms now. I'll show you where we're going to have you stay. So he guides you into some small Spartan rooms with bedrolls and small tables. He says, here's our guest quarters. Perhaps it's a little sparse compared to what you're used to, but we rarely have visitors. I'll be by shortly to deliver your meals. Please make yourselves comfortable. So you guys kind of hang out in the area, the guest area. And at 9 o'clock, Nagata and the Silent Sister Yagi.
No, I'm back. I'm back.
Okay. So at 9 o'clock, Nagata and the Silent Sister Yagi come to your group's quarters holding steaming plates of fungi-based food and rice with beer to drink. They also supply you with some pork jerky, which is probably some of the last pork of the previous season. They both sit down with you at your table while you all eat. And Nagata says, are you enjoying your meal?
Well, yeah.
Says
Is it good?
Yeah.
Does it taste good?
Yeah, it's pretty good, and it seems like it's meat.
Military rations are generally a whole lot worse, so I certainly could not complain.
Yeah, he says the fungi is a deep gnome variety called pipe cleaner rosette. It has a very meaty taste. It's one of our favorites here.
Hold up. Why is it called pipe cleaner?
You'd have to ask the deep gnomes.
What?
We feed this monastery from the fungi farm. A lot of our farming techniques come from the deep gnomes, and they've named many of the different varieties that we cultivate there. So that's just what they named it. We don't know. We're not sure why.
I'm just wondering if it's not some sort of euphemism.
Does it make you poop? Is what Fart Eater wants to know.
He says, I don't.
Fine, yes, that is what I want to know.
He says, we haven't noticed any gastrointestinal issues, but it's a good question, and I hadn't thought about that before. He says, friends, I want to speak frankly about something with you, and we kind of touched on this earlier. Your companion Ammon, he was a visionary. He often confided in me that he had visions of a terrible cataclysm befalling Isolden. He told me that Grandmaster Kujong dismissed his visions as nonsense and that he should reinvest himself into his training instead. And as he kind of says this, the Silent Sister Yagi is seated beside him and nodding in agreement. He continues, he says, you likely know that the Mystic Summit never interferes with the affairs of the kingdoms, and Kujong would never allow that to change. Grandmaster has fallen out of touch with the ebb and flow of chi energy and now commands the Mystic Summit based on how things were in his time, but not how they are in our time. And he kind of looks around you guys and make sure that you understand where he's driving. He says the only process in place for changing grandmasters is the voluntary relinquishing of control to the current Kudan, who is the second in command, or death. Kujong has not elevated anybody to the rank of Kudan yet, and so it is apparent that he has no intention of changing the guard in his lifetime.
So you want us to kill him?
He says, without putting too sharp a point on it, I'm asking you for help. Ammon knew something, and Ammon knew that if we continue our path of impartiality, we will sit complicit when a terrible fate befalls the land. With Kujong as Grandmaster, he could doom the entire continent. There's only one way to prevent that, and I know you know what it is.
It seems like... Wait, so you believe that the only way to save the entire continent is to change the Grandmaster of this particular monastery, and you're going to ask five random strangers who just walked up carrying the ashes of one of your dead students to do this deed for you?
I can't do it.
These are good mushrooms.
Well,
I blurt out.
this is like good version.
They'll make you poop.
He says, I can't do it myself.
As fantastic as these mushrooms are or are not, I personally object to everything that you just said.
You will be well compensated. I don't need an answer now. Discuss it amongst yourselves, and leave your window open in the morning if you're with me, and leave it closed if you are not. I do warn you, though, on Judgment Day before your God, you will need a skilled tongue to convince your deity of the wisdom of closing the window. We'll reconvene after the ceremony tomorrow. Okay, and with that, he gets up, and Yagi follows him out.
Wait, so he wants us to kill the Grandmaster or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it seems like he's saying.
All right, killing.
What are the other ways to remove him from position?
I don't know.
He can, he could relinquish control to a monk that has the rank of Kudan, I guess. But he hasn't elevated anyone to the rank of Kudan.
Oh,
I don't know, you guys. I mean, we're missing.
This-
I feel as though we're missing too many pieces here.
yeah. Well,
And
Okay.
so
maybe to
he's telling us that Amand saw some sort of prophesied about some sort of horrific fate for the whole continent. Left apparently against Kujan's wishes and got himself killed.
maybe that's what he wanted, to get rid of him.
Or something. And now this guy Nagata is telling us that the only way to save the entire continent is to kill the current Grand Master of this monastery, allow someone else, presumably Nagata himself, to take his place, and then... Did he explain the endgame at all? Did I miss that?
No, but you do know that so the trainer of, if Kujang was to die, then it would go to the Grandmaster would be the highest ranking monk, and Nagata is currently the highest ranking of the monks.
I don't like this.
Maybe he just wants power for himself. I don't know.
It's weird to...
I don't want to have to stand before my God to explain
Yeah,
ramifications of not.
firstly, I'm not
Sad.
for.
I mean, it's weird
I won't-
enough that this... I think that it would be kind of weird for him to try and grab power in a monastery, because it doesn't seem like that much... It's not like these guys have much political influence.
Yeah, that. Well, we can
Sure, nothing
go
wrong
and
with that,
ask
though.
around to see some other opinions or gossip. I don't know.
Right, I mean, everything's said. It's... Yeah, you're right. We should stick around and start hearing what other people have to say about this.
Yeah, yeah.
Besides, everything's fine right now. What could possibly go wrong?
So,
I'm against killing, so let's try to find another way.
All right.
so all the
What do you guys say to, well, not mentioning the fact that Nagata basically asked us to kill the Grandmaster, but asking the Grandmaster about what Amond apparently was talking about tomorrow?
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, we can try to do that.
What do I do if I have to talk to Pelora on Judgment Day, though?
Tell him that this was an entirely unreasonable plan on the monk's part.
Okay.
You could always ask him before that.
So
I could try, but
Isn't talking to him like a cleric's thing?
sometimes it's a poor guy or girl. Actually, I don't remember.
I think it's a guy, but it's God. Genderless.
I'm
He
I'm
can
having
be
some
quite-
serious doubts as to your identity as a cleric.
No, that was not a character. I couldn't remember if it was he or she.
I think it's a he.
Okay, so back in character.
Yeah.
Um, he is a busy god. I cannot always reach him, and he favors those that are able to figure things out for themselves sometimes.
Okay, so
Like Pelor's gender.
yeah. So are you going?
That was out of character.
So the important thing is, are you guys going to leave your window open in the morning or not?
I say no.
Let's stick around.
Oh wait, did you say go or leave the window open?
Leave the window open. So
What?
you leave the if you leave the window open, that means that you're on his side, and if you close the window, that means you're not.
Oh. That's little time to explore and see other opinions.
Leaves
maybe-
little time to explore and see where the monks sleep in order to watch them at night masturbate.
What if we leave it half open?
Half
Does that
open.
mean we're on both sides?
I think
And
you're
what do you guys think about
pregnant or
leaving
you're
the
not.
window open, and acting like we're on his side? But we're really
Yeah.
not. I don't know. Actually, might be safer to just leave the window closed.
Okay, so the window is currently
What
closed.
time is it?
Is anybody going to open? It's about it's after 9 o'clock. It's about 10 o'clock right now.
Well, could we just go to the Grandmaster to speak with him again or something?
Is that what you're going to do?
I'm gonna sneak out and go.
Are we allowed to leave the rooms?
You don't have guards at your room, so it seems like you are. So yeah, Gaffney sneaks out and finds some other
It's-
monk sleeping quarters.
I think that'll be a good idea to find the Grandmaster too.
Yeah,
Okay, so you guys are
maybe
gonna
we should go and
Gaffney.
You guys go find the Grandmaster. I'm gonna go find sleeping monks.
Okay, so Gaffney goes and finds some sleeping monks and sees what they do.
I'm tempted to go with him. I kind of wanted to talk to the monks more.
yeah.
Or go with her, I mean.
Okay, so the three of you guys are gonna go to the Grandmaster's quarters again.
Yep.
Okay. So you get there to Kujong's quarters, and there is a monk standing watch over his quarters, and he says, "Are you lost? What do you need?"
Sorry, what?
The monk that's outside of
Doesn't
the
matter.
Grandmaster's quarters, he says he's kind of guarding it, and he says, "Is everything okay? What do you need?"
Well, we wanted to speak to Kujong again.
He says,
We've had some doubts that we can't seem to
Is he-
sleep.
says,
Is
"Can
he
this-
available right now?
can this wait until the morning, or do you need to speak to him now?"
It would be better to speak
Well-
to him now.
He says, "All right." So
If it's not problem.
he says, "Well, you guys did a huge favor for us, so I'm sure he'll be okay with it." So he opens the door and lets you guys in. Kujong is on a bed, just sleeping, and the monk says, "Kujong, you have visitors." And the Grandmaster opens his eyes and looks at you, and he says, "Oh, the travelers. Um, what can I help you with?
We're
What
sorry
seems
to
to
have
be the problem?"
disturbed you.
He says, "That's okay. I don't need much sleep these days."
All right, don't read too much into this or anything, but some things have been some things have been bothering. Some questions have been bothering us, and we wanted to uh, present them to you before we inter Ammon tomorrow.
Okay, speak freely.
All right, I want to ask you, why did Ammon leave the monastery?
Ammon was he was troubled by visions, and he was frustrated with the political neutrality that the monastery is destined to display. Um, he felt that he needed to do something to prevent some cataclysm, and I think that he struck out for that reason.
So
I
you, so
prayed
you
and
are
hoped that he
aware.
would. Yeah, I hoped that he would come back afterwards, after he'd done what he needed to do. But I guess he did, just not the way I expected him.
So you are aware of his prophetic dreams,
Yes, yes, I am. He spoke about them to me.
but you are dedicated to remain neutral in this struggle.
Yes, of course. The Mystic Summit always remains neutral.
What would happen if something were to happen that required aid?
You see, the in the grand scheme of time, often when things happen between nations, uh, things seem like cataclysms, but in the rear view, they're not. Um, and that the Mystic Summit stands by this, as it's served us well in the millennia that we've been here.
What about the innocent lives that are lost?
Yes, that is tragic, but if there's a, can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that is tragic, but um, by interfering in saving some of these innocent lives, we may inadvertently cause other lives to end. So the our moral obligation is to stay out of these affairs.
What if the struggle wasn't necessarily political? I'm not at liberty to go into details, but there are forces moving that have never truly been seen in the world before. This won't just be kings clashing against kings. Something far greater is at work here.
He says there is precedent for the Mystic Summit to battle beasts and legions who are from other worlds, such as when um, Kujong slayed the dragon millennia ago. So we're not against that. We just prefer to stay out of the affairs of kings and emperors.
Right.
But
I mean,
surely you didn't come to my quarters in the middle of the night to discuss politics.
well, it's not politics that I'm worried about. I've lived my whole life fighting and killing for kings that would never be able to recognize me or care. It's people that I'm trying to worry about now. And I don't know if whatever is coming that Ammon was so terrified of that he tried to prevent is something that anyone is going to be able to just stand apart from, whether they want to or not, whether they try to or not. That said, I didn't come here to try and convince you of anything. I only wanted to ask you about what Ammon, what you felt Ammon was trying to accomplish was worthy of that.
Yes. Well, I hope I answered your questions to the best of my ability. Um, is there anything else you want to know?
Is there anyone else who shared similar prophetic visions?
Not that I'm aware of, at least not a monk of this order.
Oh,
Did he ever go into detail on what these cataclysmic events were?
He kind of had this. He really didn't talk at length to me about these, and they were more vague than definite. It was more a pervading sense of doom, from the way I understand it, rather than a specific event.
So he never mentioned anything, even like a time or place or person.
Correct.
I motion for my companions to huddle up close to me so that Kujong can't hear us. And I ask them, do you think we should tell him that Nagata's trying to
um,
convince us to kill him?
um, I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe we should ask other monks what they think about these two guys. Not going directly to him, he won't tell us much. Maybe we should just go ask around about these two and see. I don't know.
It makes sense, but it'll be
maybe
kind of weird
Daphne
to
learned
wait.
something from the monks. That was why she went to go see them, right?
Undoubtedly.
Okay. Sorry for wasting your time. We should probably go.
He says,
Right. And I say to Ichabod and Isidro, we should probably find Gaffney. I really dislike the idea of her not being in direct eyesight.
What's the worst thing that could happen?
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll be fine.
Yeah. What happened to John?
Maybe I do worry too much.
Okay, and I could try to gather some information about these two, and we can meet each other at the rooms.
Okay.
Is that okay?
So say that again, Philippe.
Um, can I go gather some information from other monks to see
Okay. Yeah. I
what
mean,
are their thoughts about these two, the Grandmaster and how's it called,
so
Nagata?
they're all pretty much asleep. This is like, so you'd have to wake them up to ask their thoughts about anything.
Uh,
Do you still want to do that?
no. I will stick around a bit to
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
find Daphne.
Okay.
Let's just hope that she doesn't spawn a fireball on top of her the next turn.
Okay, so Philippe, Ichabod, and Bethany all move around, go around, and kind of go back to your quarters, and then look around, and you see down the hall, you see one door that's slightly ajar.
All right. I sneakily peer into the room, being sure that I'm not seen.
Okay. Give me a spot check or a perception check. Okay, so you see.
I thought the button wasn't working the first time, so I clicked it twice.
That's okay. All right. You see that Gaffney is in bed with one of the monks, and the monk doesn't seem to be awake. And she's just in there. I don't know what she's doing, smiling, probably like crazy.
Watching him sleeping.
I hiss at Gaffney. What the hell are you doing? Do you not know what celibacy means? Wait, is it a male or female monk?
It's a male, I presume.
Upon hearing that word,
Whatever the nearest monk was, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
upon hearing that word, Ichabod's face turns into like a look of realization, and then he mouths, "Oh."
What's that? What sort of music is it gonna be?
Hold on. Here it comes. All right. It is this.
God.
Okay. So,
Oh my god, I'm trying to figure out what to do here.
Yeah, me too.
This doesn't sound good.
Oh, come on. It sounds awesome.
What can go
No,
wrong? Wait,
this
is
situation, I think of this
prestidigitation a spell?
situation. Wait, you have to use.
Prestigitation's a cantrip.
Oh,
Yeah.
does that mean you have to roll in the Winds of Chaos or not?
Oh, no, it's a cantrip.
Okay.
But I think you have to use minor illusion to make sounds like this.
So, your little bed companion wakes up, and he wakes up with a start and looks over at Gaffney, and just kind
And
of.
she's like, shh, shh. If you want to masturbate, it's fine. We're not judging you here.
He goes, what are you doing here?
Shh, shh, shh. It's perfectly natural.
He's like, what are you talking about? Get out of my bed. Who are you?
Well, let's try to restrain her and.
It's all right. It's all
Ichabod
right.
is going back
Let's-
to with his realm.
I burst in. All right, I burst into the room screaming, "Get out of here! She's gonna blow!" And not in a good way.
Ooh, Gaffney's like, oh, hadn't thought of that.
Okay, so it's like, all right, that's a